forgot the damn thing was still playing. Hey, everybody, what's going on? And welcome to another episode of Do You Even Read? I've got my co-host Inkspots there, and we got a special guest, Pops. What's going on, gentlemen? How's things?
Hey.
Right.
You made me go get in the box. You made me go get in the box.
Oh,
you know. It's like I have to go look at these again. It's like, all right.
Well, that's kind of what this show is for, actually. That's that is the nature of this beast, as it were. You know.
Hell yeah.
What's up, Jason? Posted this at 6:20, like a while ago. After I made this stream. Right?
So early,
like premature even. What's going on, Neff? Thanks for coming to hang out. Yes, that first issue, that gatefold cover, that they then sold numerous upon numerous upon numerous copies of. What's up, Michael Green? Thank you for coming to hang out, man. Good to see you. Skull Flying Feline. Thank you for coming to hang out. Appreciate you being here.
Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody in the chat.
Oh, yo. Yes, my other left, Johnny. That's correct. Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So I don't know if you guys can see the. I got the. We have a logo. We have a logo for the show now. So I had this was one of the only shows that I do on a regular basis that actually this is the only show I do regularly that doesn't have a specific logo. So I had to make one today. And you guys get the title, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you even read? It's like, do you even lift, bro?
Yeah.
You know. So that's the hand. And so there's there's Inkspot
double
peeking over
meaning.
the book that he's reading like, what?
The double meaning there is obvious, though, because how many people buy comics and never crack them open?
I was just telling Jason, when these comics came out, I bought them all, and I never read a single one, but I looked at the artwork on every single one. So
Not Jason.
Oh, sorry, Luke. It's because you said Jason a little bit ago. Jason threw a monkey wrench in the whole thing. Now Luke's mad. Yeah, I was telling
I'm not sure who you're talking to at this point. I'm not sure if you're talking to me or if you're talking to Jason.
Everybody just kind of blends into the same person.
And everybody just the same. Just the same.
People are people, man. No, I was telling Luke earlier that, I bought all these issues, and I don't think that I ever read a single word balloon on any single issue. So. It was just all about Jim Lee for me.
You're probably not alone in that regard, my friend. I wouldn't be surprised if there were a bunch of people that did that. I mean, because it's beautiful. I mean, what are you gonna do? You know.
Well, also it tends to be a pretty wordy comic.
Well, it's Claremont.
Yeah.
Claremont's X-Men is always wordy. Oh yeah, that's the gatefold, you know. And I'm trying to. Let me turn off the green screen here. Multiple layers of green screening going on here. So
now, see, I have multiple copies of this one.
Oh yes, of course. That's why there are 8.1 million copies of this book right here. Sold. 8.1 million copies of this book sold.
But see, when you open it up and you get that
Magneto right in your face.
When you open it up, that's like
gorgeous.
You know.
Gorgeous.
I mean, just look at this layout. You know. See if I can get the camera to pan here.
Oh yeah, got the Maggie cover. Got the Maggie
cover.
Yeah.
Got the, because this was such a huge image, they were able to do this gatefold cover and then 1, 2, 3, 4 other covers. Yeah. That's another reason why they sold 8.1 million copies of this.
Now you've seen
You know?
this one too, right? What is this, like a second printing of it?
No, there's the A cover, which is this one, right?
Right.
This is the A cover,
And
and then
this
that would
is-
be like the B cover, and or Magneto would be the B cover. This would be the C cover, and then the next one would be the D cover, and then E cover.
Oh,
That's how they do that.
Because that one, I mean, that one that I showed you, that one is it is the same, except
Oh
for
yeah, it's the same
background.
one. It's
You
just
know.
it's not the gatefold. It's not the Prestige gatefold edition.
Yeah, I got two of the
A version.
Prestige edition.
Prestige edition. Yep, that's
Prestige worldwide.
that's right. That's right.
Boats and hoes.
Now, another thing to look for in these is, you see this box down here?
Yeah.
Back when this came out, some of these had newsstand on it. They had a barcode in here.
Some of these have nothing.
Well, that's the Prestige one. They didn't do that on that one. You don't put the barcode on the Prestige one, man.
There's no barcode on my other. Oh yeah, it's on the other side. It's the white on black cap.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they put in place of the barcode in the direct market versions. The newsstand editions had the barcodes.
We got the barcode on
See,
the beast
there you
one.
go. Newsstand edition
And
on
then
that.
we got the white on black
D.
cap there.
Yep.
Now, did you know that X-Force #1 has the black on white cap, the white on black cap, and the direct, so there's like 15 different freaking covers in the book.
There's a reason why, when people bring these books into the shop, I'm just like, yeah, they're pretty all right. Yes, they are. Can't really do anything with them.
Didn't you say that you have boxes of them in your shop?
No, we have a solid stack of X-Men books, of X-Men and X-Force. Actually, running out on the X-Force, oddly enough, because of all the stuff that Liefeld's been doing. Like the X-Force has been moving.
X-Force.
Yeah,
Okay.
the original Liefeld X-Force, with the cards.
Wow.
with the
Yeah, see, I'm
team, Cable,
collecting those.
Sunspot, Strife, all that fun stuff. Yeah. No,
What I'm trying to do is get each card with each barcode. Okay, I want a white on black cap of all 5 cards. I want a black on white cap of all 5 cards, and I want the direct edition of all 5 cards. That's 15 X-Men 1 or X-Force 1s that I have to own to accomplish that.
You're part of the problem pups. No.
This shit was printed so long ago. It's either somebody buys it up like that, or it's going to end up in a fucking landfill. You know
Was
what I
that
mean?
like the start of the variant cover?
Yes, it was the start of it going that fucking crazy. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Because the X-Force #1 did all the different cards instead of a variant cover.
Yeah, the covers are all the same. It's just a different card and a different barcode.
Yep. Yep.
Which to me, I thought that was kind of stupid, so I wanted all 15 of them.
Yeah. I mean, hey man, that's part of collecting. You collect collect which ones you want. Let's see. What's you guys got? What are you guys saying over here in the chat?
But then you look
what's
inside
up,
it,
Sim?
and the first thing you see is Art T. Bear's name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When you open up X-Force #1, there's Art T. Bear, and you're like,
Oh, yeah.
damn.
What's up, Fanta? Thanks for coming to hang out. And no, Johnny, Luke and Jason are not the same dude.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm very
You
sure.
guys are usually in the same place, so it's interchangeable. No, I'm just kidding. I always do that with you too. I think because of topic lists. That's probably why. Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. Really, Johnny, or is this Lola? Well put, Flying Feline. Well put. What's going on, Paul? Welcome. I bought all of them. Yeah. I always liked the gatefold one because it had all the other ones, and I liked the coloring on the gatefold one better than I liked the coloring on all the rest of them. There was like kind of a, I don't know, like a sunset hue on all the rest of them, and I liked the green. I liked the contrast on the gatefold one. Bad Ruth, what's going on, brother? Thank you for coming to hang out. I only have about 1/10 of a short box of unread comics. Oh man,
I have a ton of unread comics.
Unread comics? I mean, I have so many unread comics.
Well, I buy them in bulk,
I have a lot
so
of
a lot of times I won't read them.
Very many unread.
I like to grab them on eBay. Like, if there's someone's like a lot of comics, 150 comics, I'll just try to get that, and see what's in there, man. Treasure hunting.
Oh yeah, I mean that's half the fun sometimes, doing that treasure hunting. I kind of prefer to rifle through boxes at a time, but I mean if you're picking up like a chunk of books like that, oh hell yeah. I mean that's.
And then a lot of times you're going to end up with 3/4 of a box filled with Star Trek: The Next Generation comics. So.
Hey,
there'll be one good one in there somewhere. Yeah,
somebody will pick that up.
Huge long box full of Star Trek: The Next Generation. I was like, oh man, you didn't advertise these on that listing.
A whole box of
What's up, Apex? How's it going?
I got all
kinds.
All kinds.
Well, we still have, we moved some Star Trek Next Generation comics to be honest with you. I mean, it's not often, but when somebody comes in and they find like that little vein of comics that they're looking for to plug that run, you know what I mean? Yeah. I love that. I love it when they come in and they're like, "Ooh, this one is coming with me," and they come up with this little stack, and it's like 42, 43, 44. 48, 49, 50, 51. And it's like, all right, somebody's finishing
Well, that's what
a run.
I did with Stormwatch, because I never collected Stormwatch when it came out, and later on I had to hunt so I could get all the issues.
Yeah.
So.
The original later Stormwatch is fucking great, man.
Oh, Scott Clark, is that the artist on it?
Yes, I think it was.
He died.
Warren Ellis.
I know he died, but yeah, it was really
he was
good.
fucking amazing, man.
Yeah,
there was, man, I miss Wildstorm. Something fierce. Like, Wildstorm used to do really good stuff, like really good superhero stuff. And they kind of got absorbed.
And read all that stuff not that long ago.
Yeah.
I mean, everything I had of all that era, I reread it all. And it's like, now.
It's high quality stuff, man.
What was
Slingers was a 12-issue.
Oh, yeah, I remember Slingers. Yeah.
I'm reading that again right now. I'm cracking up. Dude,
well, that's even stuff that was bad back in the day compared to what's out now. You can go back and just read all the old stuff. It's still better, So,
well, see, that's the beauty of having the old stuff, man. It doesn't go away. We still got it, you know?
Right.
It's right here. And as a matter of fact, these are my. I need to check a pose. I need to see how something was rendered. Look at that fucking panel. These are my keep next to the desk and read. Yeah. But Ink has this digitally, so we'll go ahead and bring that up so that we can see this.
Yeah, we can go through it. And there's the gatefold. And let's go. Bam! Already on page 1. It's like.
Oh yeah, it opens up right away.
This is the first time I kind of remember seeing like all this kind of tech. You know what I mean? It's drawn this way. Now you see it all the time, but I remember when the way he did the tech and everything. It's like just so great.
He's picking it up from Appleseed. If you go and look at the anime Appleseed, that's where he gets a lot of these like chunky boots and stuff like that. This helmet design.
Right, look, we're gonna need more though. We're gonna need a Jean Grey and a Storm. Feline and Fanta need to get in here.
Agreed. But yeah, if you go look at Appleseed, like if you look at the stuff that he was doing during Extinction Agenda, like with the Genosian guards.
Yeah.
A lot of the tech, they look like they walked right out of Appleseed.
Well, that's kind of what I like about this early Jim Lee stuff, because you can see a lot of influences. I mean, I can even see, when I look at some of it, I can see where he had to be influenced by, I was saying earlier, like Rob Liefeld even, you could see a little Liefeld in there now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of having a group of other artists that kind of push you to be better. You pick stuff up, you learn stuff from them. But they push you to be better. You know, it's steel sharpens steel. Everybody was trying to do the best they could to, like, you know, friendly rivalry, outdo the other. You know what I mean? What's going on, Frankie? Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming to hang out.
So there's a little story, right, that you know about
Shadowhawk.
Chris Claremont and how this book made him stop writing the X-Men, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Claremont had done a really good job taking the reins of the X-Men and keeping them, you know, kind of on, you know, kind of coherent up until, you know, up through the 80s, you know. And then Jim Lee comes along and, you know, all these other guys that are wanting to do, like, New Mutants and, you know, X-Force and all this stuff. Like, and it's just, he lost control. He wasn't able to keep it coherent anymore because, you know, these guys wanted to do these bombastic stories and it didn't really fit with the plan that he had for the X-Men. So he just left. He's just done. Just done.
So he wanted to do more like story-driven narrative kind of stuff, and these guys just wanted action and...
Yeah, they wanted to do story as well, but they were more about, like, the high action, like the cinematic. You know, this was kind of the beginning of that whole, like, we need to do cinematic type stuff when we're telling these stories. You know, to try to. I mean, look at the lighting on here. This is totally cinematic
this
lighting.
Page is flipping gorgeous, man.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good stuff right here. Let's see. Zoom in a little bit here. Yeah.
I mean, you look at that face right there, and that is almost Barry Windsor Smith. You know, the way the upshot and the lighting, the construction of the face, like that, the way the hair is done. I mean, that is almost Barry Windsor Smith when I look at it.
Looks like
that's what I like.
Just crawled out of the swamp.
Yeah, his early stuff, Jim Lee's early stuff, he's still experimenting. He's later on he became more formulaic. You know how he found his style, but
yeah, he fell into a groove.
Yeah, but I mean, after a while, he kind of got like, yeah, we saw that, we've already seen this before, you know. So, and then when everybody started really copying him too, then it came almost like a generic style. But
yeah,
right
I mean,
here,
I guess
Go
fell
back
into a
to
groove.
the panel with Luke Cage in the
fell
top.
into a formula, I guess is what I should say. He fell into a formula with his pages.
Check. I want to see Nick Fury in the tux. Go back to Nick Fury.
Oh, yeah.
Look,
Classic Nick Fury talking about how dangerous Magneto is there.
he's got to go to the when he goes to the president. He doesn't get to wear his uniform. He's got to wear a tux. You see that?
Well, he's got a tie and he's got a vest. I mean, he looks every bit the dapper, you know.
He's all
Asian.
psyop, dude. He's all he's you know, special ops. He's like, as soon as I leave this fucking office, I'm taking this thing off.
I don't know about that vest, dude. That vest is something else. That's strange.
Absolutely, Mike. I love the pre-digital coloring as well. I don't know if you guys have seen the recolor of the cover of issue 1, like the 20th anniversary recover of it,
Oh, I haven't
recolor
seen it,
of the
no.
cover.
It's
I'll
bad,
see if I
huh?
can find it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the coloring style definitely has to match the artwork, and certain colors shouldn't work on certain artwork. As a colorist, I know that myself. You know, there's certain
This shit
people
doesn't.
I don't look good over, so.
This shit doesn't. It doesn't work as. I mean, it's not horrible, but it does. Anyway, here, I'll share it real quick.
Yeah, let's see what you got.
Share screen. Karoma Taba. Patal.
There you go.
Oh yeah, it doesn't look like the same. Doesn't look like the same cover.
No, I mean it's like I said, it's not horrible, and the line work does show through, but it's a bit overwrought for the line work. The line work
Yeah.
is there to tell the story. The coloring should, enhance, not try to compete with.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
clicked why I didn't have the Gambit cover here. My son is a huge Gambit fan, and all of our Gambit books are all in one box.
Oh, okay.
Anything Gambit's on the cover of is in that box.
Okay, I got you.
I was just like, what the hell
Right.
happened to the other one? I was like, oh yeah, my son.
So yeah, this is. I mean, again, it's not terrible, but it does not have the character of the original. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's, I don't know.
There's a boldness to it because it was just black line and almost basic, just flat colors, with
Yeah.
a few little cuts here and there. But basically, it was the line work was doing all the heavy lifting, and right here you got it all pulled back. The line work's pulled back. The colors are outshining the line work.
Yeah.
There's like two ways. Like when I go about it, like this is not. So it's too much, or it's not enough. And I don't know if you know.
No, I
Like
get
if you're gonna go this far, then you need to get the lighting correct. Not
Right.
just airbrush it. I mean, you need to go down and have the saturation changing at the terminators and all. I mean, if you're gonna go this far into it, you need to get it correct. And this isn't quite far enough, or it's too much. It needs to be less or more.
Yeah.
One of the two. Yeah.
It's falling victim to being stuck right in the middle. Because
Yeah,
I mean,
and-
the rock and stuff looks cool in the background. Like that's got all kinds of texture on it.
But where's your focal
the
point
funniest thing
here
about
too?
this
Though?
whole thing
Yeah.
is that Magneto could just turn Wolverine into a little spinning top and rip through all those guys.
Anytime you wanted, yeah.
Just rip through them all. Just turn
Yep.
him
Now
into
what's-
a little spinning top, like the Tasmanian devil.
Now,
Yeah.
what about?
Fights over.
Yeah. Yeah. What about Colossus though? Couldn't that
Yeah.
same be said with Colossus?
Yeah, you could
I don't know if
Colossus
his.
dance, too.
I've never been quite clear on his organic metal.
Like
I mean,
if it's
adamantium's an
if
alloy. It's a
it's,
man-made alloy. So
Yeah, maybe he's not magnetic. Maybe that. Yeah.
I mean,
'Cause
because
you would think
aluminum
that'd be the-
is not magnetic. I mean, not saying Colossus is aluminum, but
Yeah.
aluminum's not magnetic. So
Well, think
Magneto
about
wouldn't know
it.
shit about
Well, it came out more, but like the iron in our blood. I mean, if you think
Yeah.
about that, Magneto's got to be the most dangerous, most powerful mutant there is.
You just suck the blood right out of you, the iron out of your blood.
Yeah.
You just-
Well, again, that's why he's an Omega level mutant. That molecular control of the iron. How deep does it
Ba
go?
boom, ba boom. Look how pretty she is right there.
Mm-hmm.
Old school comics, man, when women actually looked pretty. That's what
I
I've
mean,
seen something.
She looks very feminine, but she also looks, badass. I mean, look at this. Look at the face. Look at the face down here. That's.
Well, I seen someone on Instagram. They did a thing like, "What if comic book men were drawn like comic book women?" And basically, they made like a picture of Hawkeye look like a gay dude, and it's like, no, that's not the same thing.
No.
You're
missing
looking
the
for
point.
the most iconic human form in a male. That's muscles, strength, aggression, and women are pretty. They're gentle. They're more thoughtful. It's the max. Comics where you're ranking everything to the maximum, and some people don't understand that. So, yeah.
I mean, look, Rogue. Fucking Rogue from the 90s, man. On that next page.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Rogue.
Yeah. Oh man. I love the way that Jim Lee draws Gambit too.
And what's our problem? It's like there's a lot of us that really like Rogue because we can't touch her.
Yeah, that's true. Can't touch it.
I mean, not real, but
Can't touch these. Dun, dun.
I hit you both.
The real Iceman. The real freaking Iceman too.
Yeah.
I used to love Iceman so much. Ah, Colossus.
Yeah,
Ah,
I was gonna say, look at
Yeah,
the next
look at
page.
and they still
dude. Oh my
use
God, that's so
that
great.
pose. they still use that. You know, to this day, they will use this on all kinds
And
of merch.
Archangel looks so badass right there. That's such a great page.
And the next page is just as cool because you got Wolverine centering the next page with Gambit and Psylocke behind him. You know, it's like,
Yeah, that's just
this stuff was
gorgeous.
designed well. You know, I mean, it grabbed your eye. It made you read it.
Man, that would be a beautiful original page. Just I would love to own that.
Well, see,
Yeah,
and
right
that's the
there,
thing. As
too.
soon as the action ramps up, look at the page, the panel construction, the difference. Like it's on the last page with Rogue. It starts out small, gets wider. You know, it works with the action, and you know it's starting to pop out a bit more. You know, there's more like the white space around. You know, breaking out of the panels. You know, it gets a little more exciting when the action picks up, you know, and he did his best to make each one of these pages pretty damn iconic. And I mean, to be fair, you know, this is number one. I mean, you're taking the reins and taking them in a new direction. So you know, you got to do something with it, right?
I think they did. You know, I mean, this was what we wanted at the time. You know, if they were going to do a reboot, we wanted to make it pop, make it different.
Well, this was
you know.
This was the new team. This is the first introduction of X-Men Blue, led by led by Cyclops, and X-Men Gold, led by Jean Grey or something.
Dude, Gambit is such a... I love Gambit. Oh, that outfit is so great, too. That design, I don't know.
I think Jim Lee designed that, actually.
Yeah, I love that
something
outfit.
About trench coats, huh?
Yeah, the trench coat and just the color combination. You wouldn't think magenta is like a great color to use. But no, dude, it works so good.
Well, it's a unique design, and yes, it is definitely a product of its time, but it's iconic. You know what I mean? It is iconic as shit, right? So
yeah, dude, so good.
What's up, Keely? Matt? You got people popping up in the chat.
Oh, yo, what's going on, folks? Thanks for coming to
Michael
hang
Green.
out. What's up, Keely Chow? Thanks for coming to hang out. I saw a Matt Barr. There's a Matt Barr. Stan Lee wrote a memo about making the men and the women amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It is,
Well, I mean,
like, it's a stereotype, right? But, you know, muscle men, you take that as far. Look at the Hulk, man. Yeah, no one looks like that, but
What's up, some person?
but it looks so much bigger, he looks so much stronger, you know. That's the same as making a woman hyper sexy. Like, you're taking it to the max, and the Hulk is like the max, you know.
Oh, you got the porn hits. You got the porn hits in your chat there, dude.
What's up,
You're
Devil
flashing them up on the screen like, oh!
Feline.
Yep. What's going on, Devil Flyer? Good to see you.
What's going on, devil?
Plus, this first few issues had Omega Red is my villain, so I don't know. I love the way Jim Lee drew Omega Red in the.
Oh yeah.
The
Well, I mean,
further on
I
he
think
shows
he
it.
didn't pop
designed
until
Omega
4
Red.
and 5, right, though?
What's that?
He's in issue 4 and 5, right?
Yeah, he's not in
Yeah.
it yet, but yeah, we're just
Yeah.
doing the first few.
Bang, Charlie.
They should have left Angel looking like that because he was so badass.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
Archangel is so much better than Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, infinitely better character, so much more dangerous. I mean, the fact that the
Yes.
wings were like, you know, semi-autonomous, and like you get too close and he's not aware, they'll just cut you in half. You know, like on Genosha when they tossed Wolverine and Archangel in the pit together, and Wolverine's about to go fucking berserk. Yeah, they were gonna just let them rip each other to shreds because Warren doesn't have the same healing factor Logan does.
No.
Yeah, no. I mean, he'll do some damage to Wolverine, but
Yeah, that's what. Later on with what's his face when they all became what they Apocalypse is like the Horsemen of Apocalypse or whatever.
Yeah.
That was that was really cool, man. Like, because you wouldn't think the Angel would be picked as one of them, but
Right.
yeah.
Well, it was a unique twist, and I want to say Claremont did that. You know, because that happened in X Factor.
It's back when that shit was good, man. It's back when that shit was good.
Well, I mean,
Even look at
it's
this.
back when these characters were unique and different amongst each other. They had unique voices, and they were exciting to read about.
What I wanted to say about this page is this is a Talking Heads page.
Yep.
And look how much action is in that, man. Just movement. And it's not just, like you open a Marvel comic now, they have a 9-page, 9 grid panels. Everyone's facing the same direction. And they just have like this is really wordy. But you can look at this and you're still interested in what's going on. Your eye is still being drawn, through the page by the composition. That's awesome. And then they have this little panel break right at the bottom. I think that's great. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean...
It's a beautifully constructed page. I mean, this keeps your eye on it. You don't get bored looking at this. I mean, the body language on Cortez here. The body language...
I'm going to have to go read these again. You know that, right? I'm going to have to actually go read these again.
Well, yeah, that's the point, Pops. That's what this show's for. We're trying to get everybody to pick up this good shit, and read it again. Like, remember why we love this shit, why we love comics.
Well, I mean,
what inspires
I don't
us.
usually have a problem finding a reason to dig into a box. I mean, like I said, I pulled out Slingers the other day to reread that because it's obscure and how many
I'll
people
have to
even know
look
what
into
I'm
that one.
talking about, right?
I've never read that.
Oh, it's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man kind of makes their intro into the Marvel Universe. He's like the star in the book.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the team book that people picked up the personas that he had after his little identity crisis when he couldn't be Spider-Man.
No. It's I think Magia related. But
okay. Yeah, you'll have to send me a link to it. You'll have to send me a link to it.
It's good stuff, though. I mean, I'm reading it again. I'm like, damn! Forget. You forget how classic that stuff was. And like I said, that one's even obscure, and it wasn't really that good, but it's still better than what you got coming out today.
Michael Green says, look at how these layouts breathe. Nowadays, they would fill the gutters with black. All the colors would blend together, and everything would be the same size. This stuff is amazing.
I'm with you, Michael Green, because as a colorist, I've worked with a few editors, and they refuse to let me have white gutters. They want them black, or they want them filled with color, and that drives me absolutely insane. There's like power here. I mean, this is the most absolute contrast you can have. You have white, black to white, or colored to white. You have this maximum contrast there, and there's just something about it that's great. And a lot of the editors that I've worked on with books, they do not want you to leave the gutters white. They want you to fill those in, and that I find that nuts too. So, I'm glad someone said that.
Here you go, Here's number 12.
Yeah, okay. It is the characters I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's all of those characters were alter egos for Peter Parker when he could not be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There's Dusk, there's Hyperion, there's Ricochet, and then whatever
the dude
the
gives
Hornet
them to
Man.
Somebody else gives those powers to somebody else, because that's
Yeah,
what I'm getting.
I don't remember. I don't remember what the story was, but I remember hearing about there was a
the guy that
team
was
based
the
on them.
original Black Marvel. The guy that was the original Black Marvel is the one that gives these guys all the costumes and the powers.
Oh, you talking about? I'm talking about Blue Marvel.
No, Black Marvel. That's what he is. And then he calls the guy he puts in his own suit Prodigy.
Yeah, Prodigy. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, like I'm halfway through it. I'm digging it again, but like I say, even it's kind of corny because the catchphrases with great power or with with great power must come great responsibility. And I'm like, gee, where we hear this shit before?
I have not seen this character in fucking forever. Holy fuck. Anyway, we'll have to jump into that later.
We can do that on a different episode. I was just
yeah, definitely.
You know, the 90s stuff just drives you right back in like that.
Well, a lot of the stuff that we were reading in the 90s, like this was people that grew up reading, you know, the good stuff from like the 60s and the 70s. You know, they grew up reading classics, so they wanted to recreate classics, so they made a few classics of their own. You know, and not a lot of people that are writing comics now, I feel, are people that grew up reading comics. I think a lot of people that are writing comics now are in it because
I was gonna
Marvel
go ahead
and
and
DC.
skip over to issue 2 now. I think we showed a ton on 1, so.
Yeah, I mean, one is an extra large issue. I mean, I don't know if you can see the fucking pinups in the back make it fucking worth it. You know, so go out and grab this one if you you know, and if you'll
be able to find them anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, if you need one, I can send one to you. I can get you one.
What about a number 4
these
and
things
number
are
5?
good and they're not hard
Probably.
to find and they're not expensive. So
Oh,
You can
this
get
is
all
back
these
when
decent. It's 4 and 5 that'll get you in the wallet a little bit because of that red Omega.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All right, so
just this first page. This looks like so much tighter than the issue before. It's like it's the leap and
yeah.
maybe it's Scott Williams. Just like his ink's getting tighter and he's learning. I don't know, but yeah,
Getting used to
that.
working with Jim Lee. Yeah, look at that 2-page spread.
Oh, look at Gambit. Gambit is fucking rad, man. They never used him to his full potential, I don't think. Such a great character. I love it.
It's good stuff.
Absolutely. Look at the layout. Look at the energy. And you can read everything. And there's plenty of room for the word balloons. There's plenty of room for the dialogue. You know, look the face.
So good.
Now these first 3 issues, when I was up visiting my grandparents in Indiana one summer, these first 3 issues were the only fucking comics I had one summer. That's like just all I had to read comics wise. So I read these 3 over and over.
Oh, I bet those are in like poor to good condition.
Oh, dude, these are just the ones I keep next to the desk. That I picked these up from the shop. You know, these are the ones I keep next to the desk to read. My number 1, my gatefold, the one that's falling apart, the one that's cover got ripped in half, the cover that got stolen by a friend and taped up on the wall and then ripped in half. And I took that one to San Diego and I got that one signed by Jim Lee to me with my name on it. He took it out of the bag. I took it out of the bag and I handed it to him. He took it. He looked at it. He looked at me. He looked at it. He flipped it over. He looked at me, flipped it back over, and he was just like, he's looking at me like, are you sure?
You want to buy a new one?
Like, and he's looking at the tape along the spine and the dings and the whatnot. I was like, no. Let me explain the history with this issue. This is my issue. So these 3 issues are the ones that made me want to draw comics. This was like, well, man, if I was rich, I would sit around all day and draw like this.
Back cover of that too. You need the back cover of that.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Wolverine.
Yep. That game is terrible, but the illustration is fantastic.
Look how awesome Beast even looks.
Right?
I mean, they made him look like he could actually hurt you instead of just a big blue furry.
Being a big blue teddy bear.
I mean, he looks like he'd be scary, dude.
Thanks for coming to hang out.
Ah, that's such a good layout right there. Oh, this bottom panel. The Gambits, pose, and so good.
Yep.
That perspective.
And, again, a lot of this, I think, he was playing around with layouts, but the body language and whatnot, what little I've seen of Appleseed, like the missiles breaking apart and whatnot, he was picking up a lot of influence from that,
Yeah, I love this panel too, right here, where they just have the silhouette against, again, white panel board.
Oh yeah,
that's how it's supposed to be. Just because Spawn had all black panel borders doesn't mean every single comic afterwards has to have black panel borders or colored panel borders. Give me a break. Stupid editors.
Not everybody can be the dark edgelord that Spawn is.
It's like there's just something about that. It's supposed to be that way.
This whole action scene, like, it's well paced, and all the dudes look badass, all the chicks look badass and sexy, Like, look at this bottom panel right here where you've already gone past it, like where Cortez punches Psylocke square in the mouth, like he just cold cocks her.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that one. That's great.
Like, back. And then he kisses her.
He plants one on her. Yeah.
Well, that's his. He uses his power, and he supercharges her and drives her nuts. But I mean, look at the energy and the fucking Kirby crackle.
I mean, this chick is fully clothed, but she still looks hot.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Well, I mean, it's look at the feminine, athletic feminine form, like, and she looks like a badass.
Yeah, dude, so good.
Rogue looks like she's gonna fly up and grab a fucking car and smash you with it, And then Magneto's like, nope.
Yeah, Rogue looks great. That's another iconic, Rogue pose right there.
Oh yeah.
Like, you see that pose everywhere now.
Well, I got a thing for redheads as it is. So
me
the
too,
Jean Greys,
me
the
too.
Rogues, the Mary Janes, they get me anyway. You know what I mean?
Rogue is more of an auburn.
It's red, bro. It's red. It's red. Yeah.
I won't burst your bubble.
It's like Wilma Flintstone. I like Wilma better than Betty. What can I tell you? I like redheads.
It's just every
Wilma
character
was my
looks
first
fantastic.
cartoon crush. I'll own it. I will own it. Wilma was my first cartoon crush.
Yeah, I think you're right. This was Frankie No says he thinks this was Jim Lee's best work, and I think so too. Yeah. When he did Wildcats, I was not as interested at all. So
I enjoyed it for a little bit. It wasn't the same because he was juggling so many things. But yeah,
it was missing. It was just missing something. It just didn't have the power like this book does.
No, that's because it's not X-Men and it didn't have Claremont. They were still pulling from that fresh well that Claremont had built. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there was a magic about this property, like at that point, and it's been squandered.
That's long gone.
Yeah, it's been squandered by this point. I mean, listen, Hickman tried, but you got a bunch of
talk about taking a diamond and turning it into a turd. Holy moly!
Well, like I said, you get knuckle fuckers that don't understand the property, and then they just trample all over it because it's a well-known property. I can use it to get where I want to go. I don't have to actually know these characters or read anything. I don't actually have to love these characters. I can just have them put my hand up their butt and have them puppet around.
Even worse, Luke. Even worse is the ones that probably thought about how they would change it if they could, and then they got there and we're seeing the result.
Okay, yeah, but I think that anybody that read comics growing up, I mean, we loved this shit. Obviously, Jim Lee and company, when they were working, they loved this shit. They loved growing up reading comics. They were excited to tell good stories like this. You know what I mean? So,
color-wise, this page right here, holy cow, it's so good. I love this page.
Yeah, you know what? The digital reproduction is actually not too bad. Because on it was originally printed on newsprint.
Yep.
So,
and that's the thing too. It's still the times, like certain stuff just looks great on newsprint, and when you try to bring it forward, it just doesn't work. It was for that era and that material. So. But,
yeah, it looks surprisingly good. I don't know. It's almost as if they need to put like a backdrop of like newsprint behind all the colors if they're going to reprint. By the way, I just want to
or reprint on newsprint. I mean, it's still there.
Yeah,
you know,
we can still use newsprint. Apparently, it's not as easy to get anymore. But before we move on, I want to show this this ad.
Oh, I remember those shirts. Man. I wanted those shirts so bad when I was a kid, but I was poor.
Right?
I could get them.
Oh,
Look at that fucking Spider-Man and Venom shirt.
Yeah.
So good. I mean, that's back when Eric Larson could actually draw.
Man.
Yeah, I said it. What? Savage
No,
Dragon
it's
looks
true.
You
like shit
guys
now.
remember comics inside of comics?
Comics inside of a comic? What do you mean? You're talking about like those Hostess ads? That, you know,
kind of like that, but it was a little different. It was like an actual comic in the center staple. Here it is.
Oh, like a little mini comic within the comic?
Yeah, look, like this right here. Look,
Yeah.
there's one of those in Slingers number 7. I was like, what the
I mean,
fuck?
they tried all kinds of shit back in the day, you know?
Ooh, right there.
Oh, look
That's
at
a
that
classic
page.
too.
Yeah.
That's classic right there too. Yeah. That's like one of those iconic images that just gets burned into your memory. Like you'll always remember that. So.
Yep. I mean,
Like, I was excited about this run, and the only other run of X-Men after was the Cuberts. When the Cuberts were doing X-Men, it had the same sort of feeling to me. Like, it really... Yeah, so...
I mean, the reason why I'm still getting Wolverine now is because Adam Kubert is penciling. And he's doing
but it's not the same.
It's not the same, but I still enjoy his stuff, man.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, you got to grow as an artist. You know, he's drawing the same shit over and over again. But I don't know. He still knows how to tell a story. You know, I prefer this style and I prefer his older style. But yeah, that's the only reason why I'm still getting Wolverine. You know.
Yeah, the Cuberts were the only other ones when they were on the X books that really grabbed my attention, like Jim Lee did. So.
Yeah. Got the
Joe Mad a little bit, you know.
Oh yeah.
But that was before Joe Mad really found his style, so it was a little rough. But yeah, Joe Mad was good.
Hell yeah. Man, I had to go online and spend $80 to get a Poison Elves shirt.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Well, I remember I wore it on our first episode of this show, actually, when we did Poison Elves. You know, but yeah, I was never able to get a hold of a Poison Elves shirt. I'm sure I would have worn the hell out of it. You know.
So let's go to 3 now and look at that cover.
All Out War.
That's just beautiful. That Colossus is just killing it, man. Like, there's so many iconic poses in just these first few issues. Like, you've seen these poses over and over and over again at this point, but back then, this was like the first.
Oh yeah, this was the first time you're gonna see it. You know.
Yeah. Wow, that's such a beautiful cover. That Colossus. Yeah, and then Archangel again, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just gorgeous. Even that's so cool. That's like, it reminds you of like a movie poster. It's
Yeah.
so great. It's like telling you what's coming. You know, it's like, this is going to be awesome.
The ghosts of the X-Men. That's what I get from that. They're all dead.
They're all dead.
Oh, and the spacesuits. Yeah. The Kuberts did a lot of this stuff in their runs on the characters too.
Yeah.
It was like they really took a lot from the early issues, I think.
Well, yeah, they ended up using these spacesuits in the animated series as well. I think these were the same style suits.
What a great
Feel free to correct me if I'm
cartoon, too,
wrong,
man.
chat, but I'm pretty sure these are the same style suits that they used in the Pride of the X-Men animated pilot. You know, but yeah. Actually, I have a Wolverine figure somewhere that's actually wearing a suit like that. You know, from the Dark Phoenix saga. Or the Phoenix Saga, one of the two.
Yeah, this book was great.
What's up, Dean? Got Dean in the chat. What's happening?
Yeah, that's a great.
Oh, what's
page.
going on,
Aliens
Dean?
are waking up.
Welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out, man.
It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow in Australia. How you doing?
Right. Apex says, I used to own that X-Men #1 shirt. It got worn out. I don't doubt it, man.
I wanted it
Don't
so
doubt
bad. So bad.
That's cool. The black and white line work.
I think this issue looks a little more rushed than the other ones. I don't know if maybe there was something going on, but it's a little less detailed, a little more rushed. But
Yeah.
still good.
Yeah, it's still really good.
And it seemed like every page is like a 4 or 5 panel count. Oh, there's a big one. I think that's the
Yeah.
first one I saw. I had more than 5.
Seeing like stuff like this usually turns me off in a comic. Like all this, like how much text there is. Like, wow, man, I just want to look at pictures.
Right?
So issue 4, Omega Red comes in. Omega Red was such a cool looking villain, man. One of my
hell yeah.
favorite.
Yeah, I
Just-
need number 4 and number 5. I got like, quite a bit of that, but somehow I didn't end up with 4 and 5. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Look at this McFarlane Spidey Morbius page. Or shirt.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that fucking rad?
All the shirts back then were cool, man.
I
You
love
order them
those
right out of the
colors.
back of the comics, and it's like, I want that shirt. And them guys
See?
didn't get paid any kind of merchandising royalty or anything.
No. Why
And
do you
then
think that they
Marvel
fucked
made-
off and made Image?
Yeah.
Look at this shit. Like
Marvel made
McFarlane,
millions
Jim
on them
Lee,
shirts.
Jim Lee,
Yeah.
McFarlane, Jim Lee.
Merchandising.
You know, like that. I'm pretty sure that's
Spaceballs
too.
too.
I'm pretty sure that's Will's. I mean, McFarlane, more McFarlane. I mean, yeah. This is why they fucked off and made Image.
Yep.
I still want this fucking
Marvel
shirt, though.
made
This is
millions,
fucking
and
cool.
to this
Hey,
day, they're
anybody
still
out there
making
got
millions.
this shirt? Like, hit me up. If you get to an extra large, hit me up. Like, if you got this shirt, I want it. That's fucking cool.
Yeah,
Anyway, what?
That's gorgeous. Oh, I'm just saying, even to this day, Marvel's still making millions off these guys' original designs that they did.
Oh yeah.
That's the sad part, that even to this day, they won't acknowledge that they ought to cut them people off a big old slice.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
DC has a little bit. I guess they're. I find it. Did you guys like when I was a
DC's
kid?
actually
Like,
better at paying royalties than Marvel has ever been, apparently.
like when I was a kid, DC Comics was stupid, and then
And
it was all
boring.
about Marvel, and then it kind of changed. It flipped over where all the good artists were at DC.
Yes, it pissed
and
me
then
the
Marvel
fuck off
was.
that-
Yeah, that was weird, man.
Oh my god,
was a
it made me
weird
so
swap.
fucking mad. that all of my favorite artists, like, you know, after Image left, I started building up some favorite artists, and all of my favorite artists went over to DC. Suddenly, all of these artists that I like are drawing characters I could not give a shit about.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like, nope, sorry, ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna do it. Sorry.
Yeah, I was a Marvel kid, and then I loved just a lot of the independent stuff, like one-offs, just weird stuff that independent creators were putting out. I loved the underground comics so much. I loved anything that Crumb did, and then there was just a whole slew of artists you didn't even know, but they were just putting out all these cool comics, man. That was a great era where you just go into your comic shop and explore, and you're gonna find something cool, you know.
Oh, dude, we just went through issues 1, 2, and 3.
You missed everything.
Good stuff pops in now too. What's up, good stuff?
Oh, what's going on, guys? What's going on? Welcome. Hail. Thanks for coming to hang out. I want to do this one, Legion of the Night, by Will Sportaccio and Steve Gerber, I think.
I have never heard of that book before.
I saw this ad in this book, and I looked forever to try to find this fucking book, and it finally just walked into the comic shop. I was looking through a box of new acquisitions one day, and I was like, and, you know, the Hallelujah chorus starts playing in the back of my head, and it lights up, and I'm just, this is going home with me. Yeah. So yeah. I think it's a two-part mini, prestige format. You know,
I wonder if I'll be able to find it.
It's old Marvel. Like, I wonder if it's on their Unlimited app or if it's on Comixology. But yeah, this one, we should do this one because I love Wils's artwork from back in this time period. He was kind of, I don't think he got the recognition that everybody else did. He's still,
it was
doing
kind
all
of
kinds of amazing shit.
Sucked the way that went down for him, because didn't his sister die, and then
he was supposed to be one of the founders.
Kind of threw his whole life off kilter, and like, that's crazy, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So we should do this one. We'll figure out which one we're gonna do, but if we can't find, you know, if you can't find this, then it'll make it a little bit difficult. But
yeah.
Here are.
Hey, what's up, Jason? Thanks for coming to hang out.
Hey, what's up, Luke?
We haven't had this open. You ass! God damn it!
I mean, Jason.
Oh, look, we got a Wolvo. What's up, Wolvo? How's it going? Yeah.
What's up, you bare-chested bastard?
Yep.
I want to give a shout out to Mrs. Good Stuff and her great taste. Purchasing some Madness merch.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
She picked up one of them F. Danny hats. Y'all gotta check that out, man.
So what do you guys think, chat? Should we put a poll out on Twitter and do a vote on what we do next?
Yeah, we could come up with a few things and they can vote on them. And
yeah, because there's been a few like independent things that you and I have discussed about reading. So we should
do one of these where we both just go to well, you probably know what all your stuff is. I don't know. We could just go to a random pull box and grab a big handful of books.
Right.
See what we come up with. That'd be cool. That'd be fun.
That would be fun. I mean, I have a bunch of random stuff out in the library that is very random. I mean, there's some stuff that's alphabetic, and actually there's at least 4 long boxes that I haven't scanned in this room that I know of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, that'd be cool to just grab some random giant handful and just go through them and see what we come out with. Kind of see what we were like, memory lane, what we were thinking when we bought them.
Right.
I would just buy anything. Like when I was younger, I would just buy anything with a cool cover. Really, had a good cover, I would buy it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A lot of the DC comics, like what was it? What was their like adult?
Vertigo.
Vertigo. So a lot of the Vertigo ones would have these beautiful covers, and I'd buy them, and then I'd get home, and I was so pissed off because he opened them up, and I'm like,
the artwork inside is shit.
Freaking drew this garbage.
Oh my god! Why? What the fuck happened? Why would you do this to me?
That was the beginning of the bait and switch.
Yeah. Vertigo was horrible for that. They were just lousy. Like, you would grab a hand and then beautiful. Just like you spent like all the money for the whole production on the cover artist, and then you open it up and it's like stick figures or it's like, oh, what the hell is this? Who was that? Matt? Who was that? Was it Dylan that did a lot of the Vertigo?
Steve Dillon, the guy that did Preacher.
Yeah, he was not very good early on at all. He was just lousy. He got a lot better, but still not great. But
right.
I
don't know. I mean, I don't remember a lot of his early work. I remember Preacher, and I remember the Punisher stuff that he did with Garth Ennis, and that was. Yeah,
he did like the Wolverine stuff. That was like way later on. But I remember I would grab some of those Vertigo books and the beautiful, and I'd open it, and I'm just like, this artwork is so bad. Why?
Yeah.
Why did I buy this? Of course, nowadays I'd probably open it up and be like, "Oh yeah, this is everything I've seen in the last 20 years."
Right.
Well, that's what happened when I stopped.
Tempered.
I stopped buying comics because I'd go in and they're just like even the covers were starting to get just horrible and static, no action. Just it's like, what is going on? I don't want to read any of these. There's nothing even on the cover that makes me want to pick that book up. So,
well, when you're excited about what you're making, and obviously going through those first 3 issues, Jim Lee was excited about making the X-Men, right?
Oh yeah,
he's excited about putting his stamp on the X-Men, right? When you're just doing it as a job and it's an illustration job, I mean, you do the bare minimum with an illustration job. Like, you're not, unless you're into it, you're just drawing something. You're not trying to make it fun and energetic and whatnot, especially if the script is just like ho-hum, or if you have people sitting in a fucking diner eating fucking food.
Yeah. I think I would say that, as an artist myself, I think I would say that to other artists. If you pick up a project and you find yourself in that, like, where you are completely not interested, you're not going to do your best work on that project. And I had a couple projects like that I picked up, and then after I kind of read the script, and I was honest too. It's like, I'm just not into it. I don't think that I'm going to be able to do the best job for you that I can. I think you should find someone that's going to be more excited about the project, and because I don't know, I just think things are just going to look so much better if you are into what you're doing, if you're excited about coloring every page or drawing every page or writing every page of that project. And that's what comics needs. It doesn't need a bunch of freelancers that are only doing this. They don't like what they're doing. They're just drawing to put bread on the table. I mean, that's not the kind of books that are going to be really...
I mean, they're not going to be.
You're not going to get that impact.
Yeah,
you're not going to have that impact. So,
it's not going to be
everybody on that project, they're just so into it. Like, they're putting everything into it. They love what they're doing. It's going to be way different. Yeah. So, yeah, I would say that to freelance. Kind of look for. I mean, some guys probably can't afford to pick and choose like that, and they got to do what they got to do. But if you love comics and you're doing it because you love it, and also because you want to make money, but you're gonna look bad if you do a bad project. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, if that comes out looks like crap, people will remember. So do something that you're excited about, that you want to do.
Yeah. You know, yeah, and that's I don't know. I feel like that's part of being a professional, being able to say, hey, you know, I don't think this is quite right for me. I'm not going to be able to give you, you know, the quality product that I normally would. You know, and that.
And I've
again,
absolutely done that. I've absolutely done that. I had, well, it was two projects. One that I really, after I read the storyline and everything, it wasn't for me, and I knew that I wasn't going to be able to get into it, and I wasn't going to do my best work. And then one was just a style of artwork that I colored it, and I did a bunch of tests, and I was like, I'm just not going to look very good over this particular artist. I shouldn't be coloring this. Someone else should be coloring this that has a different style than me. So, yeah, I've done that too.
That is being a professional.
Yeah.
All right, I am writing this down, Michael Green. Gen 13, the original Gen 13 miniseries. I know I have those. Yeah. I love Old Wildstorm.
I haven't seen the original miniseries. I started picking it up after the regular series started. So I would be into that.
Let me see which one of those I have. I have to pull up my database real quick.
Okay. I was going to say, chat. Go ahead and drop requests in the chat. Stuff that you would like to see talked about. You know, stuff that maybe you've never read, stuff that you have read. Again, this show is definitely about getting people to come on and talk about stuff that we've all mutually read. That's why Pops is here. You know, he's like, "Hey, man, I have those." You know, so
he said X-Men 1, 2, 3. I sent him a picture of myself going,
"Yeah, I got them."
I love to talk about. So man, I love talking about comics. I don't just want to always be talking about somebody's campaign all the time. There's more to life than that. Started. That's how it started for me. Was just coming out here and going, "Hey, look what I got today!"
Yeah. Check out the fun stuff. Because, I mean,
I
that's
remember
what we all do, right? We all love
I got a guy into comics that used to work at the machine shop with me when I was really young. And he was an older guy in his 30s. And I brought him and he started... Dude, he got so into comics. Like, when I ran out of money, he'd be like, "Are we going to the comic shop at lunch?" And I'm like, "No, man, I don't have any money. My wife will I'll get killed, man, if I spend any more money on comics." But yeah, I remember he was so into it, man. He was just pulling all the old stuff. I love that when someone like
I had a friend that worked in the machine shop with me that got Spider-Man tattooed on one shoulder and Wolverine tattooed on the other shoulder. Because he started hanging out with me, and I was a comic dude, and he seen the art, these certain poses, and he's like, "Oh, dude." One of them was a McFarlane, you know, with the webbing, with the big gnarly webbing, and he was like, he wanted that one, you know. And I can't remember who the Wolverine one was, but yeah, you know, I mean, just because he was hanging out with me, and then he saw the art, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta get that on my back." Okay, dude.
Right. You know? I wouldn't mind talking about Cyberforce. Like, I love this early Mark Silvestri stuff. Would love to talk about Mark Silvestri's run on Wolverine.
I think I got the Cyberforce still. I don't know. I think I do.
You still there, Ink?
Oh yeah, sorry, my microphone came. What'd you say?
The Silvestri, like, do Cyberforce, or do like early Silvestri stuff. You know, because I'd love.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't read a lot of his stuff because he wasn't like the guy that I was into back then. But yeah.
What do you got there? 1 and 2?
I got Cyberforce 1, 2, and then an ash can.
I got 0 and 4. All we need is number 3. I got
Wolverine
0 and
says 4. Excalibur Cross-Time Caper.
Excalibur Cross-Time Caper. Okay.
Excalibur.
Actually, I have 2 zeros.
Let's see. Let's try this one. Maybe this one will work.
Let me see this. What does this look like? Shit, I might have that right here behind me.
Unhinged. Trying to start some shit in the chat. It's true
Shocking,
though.
no
That's
one.
Luke's. That's Luke's business, man. That's what he knows, man. He's the comic guru, man. I just love art and I love comics, man. I'll read anything.
There you go, Luke. There's one for you.
Oh yeah, Stormwatch. We were talking about them earlier.
I have a whole bunch of stuff just like right here handy. It's crazy.
All right, so Storm.
I swear I had Cyberflex right here.
Claremont Davis Excalibur run. Oh yeah, yeah. Early Excalibur. I mean that's Claremont doing X-Men, but getting to do British X-Men, which is perfectly fine for Claremont because he's basically British.
Yeah, this is a box that I just haven't placed yet. I haven't put them where they go. Kind of just a loose box. Punisher, Turtles, Punisher, Turtles. What else we got here? Cyclops, the 1 through 4. Remember that? The Cyclops.
Yeah, I have the Rogue miniseries by Ringo.
Oh yeah, we had the. I'll have to see if it's there tomorrow morning, but we have the first issue of that miniseries.
Oh, Unhinged! Get that last one right there, dude. Unhinged that's a good one too. I'd like to do that.
Oh, dude! I actually have I have an omnibus. I finally get my omnibus came in. I guess this was. Yeah, this was last year sometime. But yes,
that's a good one. That's a good one right there, man.
Awesome. Let's see.
Yeah, put that one on the poll. Yeah.
Good.
How about milk and cheese?
Huh?
Did you like milk and cheese?
Oh, Evan Dorkin? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not read a whole lot of it, but yeah.
Me neither. But I'd like to. I kind of missed the milk and cheese. I just got a couple issues here and there, so that'd be a fun one.
All right. So
Femforce.
There it is. See, Cyberforce 0. Remember? I had it right here handy, man. Didn't even have to leave the chair. See that? I knew I saw that book somewhere right here close to me. And there it is.
Ooh, some Perez. Yeah, we should do some Perez.
Oh, yeah. Crisis on Infinite Earth, but that's a big, thick one.
That's a chunk.
I read it every year, but I love that book.
Are you serious?
It's one of like there's.
You know what, dude? Well, we can do it. I'll put it on there. Crisis on Infinite Earths, the original, before DC had to have a crisis every fucking 10 years to clean up their timeline.
My trade is just tore up because I do read it once every year.
Prove me wrong. What?
Yeah, I said my trade paperback's all tore up because I read it every year. Plus, I dropped it in the toilet and then I dried it out, and I still read it.
It is definitely a bathroom reader.
So when you're toilet reading, and it drops off the back of your toilet, you can thaw. I put it in a microwave and then I put it in the oven to get all the water out of it. Messed up the Alex Ross cover on it. Yeah. I think it was brand new when I did that too. I think I only had it like a day before I even read it and ruined it. But now I've been reading it for like 5 years or something, so yeah.
Did somebody say Mark Silvestri? Yes I did, Joe. So when we talk about Mark Silvestri, you best get your ass in here and hang out. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
I got Silvestri's Wolverine run written down. Let's see, I'm going back. Was this
That's true,
two-parter? The art was on fire. If it's stuff.
Look at the.
Oh yeah.
Sounds disturbing.
It's just pretty.
Right. Trying to make sure I catch all of these. Released Excalibur issues was the back cover feature a splash of one character in the book. Nice. Yeah, they were doing different things back then.
Yeah, I had some Excalibur, but I didn't read a lot of it. I had just a few issues that I could find at the gas station here and there. I loved Joe Quesada's X Factor stuff too.
Oh yeah.
No, it's good stuff.
Devil
Or
Flyer
Ash.
says,
Ash was great. We should
yeah,
do Ash one
totally.
of these days too. Yeah.
that would. Oh yeah, totally. That was Jimmy as well. Jimmy Palmiotti. That was,
Okay, do you
that was-
guys do each of you guys have your own personal box?
Personal
like,
box.
Not in like I have, everything in filing cabinets and boxes in order and whatnot, but I have my personal box, the one that's going out the door if the house is on fire. The one that's going out the door with me. Do you guys have a personal box?
Yeah, I have a box with like the stuff that I think is my best stuff.
Yeah.
It's not
Right,
necessarily, my most
valuable,
valuable stuff, but yeah,
stuff that means something
my
to you.
favorite
Yes.
stuff.
Sometime I want to go through our personal boxes. Sometime out here, go through
Yeah.
what means the most to us, right?
Yeah, heck, I just learned yesterday that the Moon Knight run with David Finch was worth money, and I have all those, and
That's
I
awesome.
didn't even really like that except for the art. So I might put those up for sale actually if they're worth money.
I've got the first one of that run signed on the inside by Finch.
Nice.
I got to talk to him before he became Dave Finch, like at a convention. When I interviewed him, right?
Hey, I just got a sub.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
The next year at MegaCon, he was Dave Finch, and I walked by and I was like, "Hey man, how's it feel to be a rock star?" And he's just like, "Oh." I was like, I know you. You fucking rock, dude. No, and look at all the stuff that he's done. Like he's got an amazing YouTube channel. He does a lot to help people get better at their own art. He's just he's a hell of a nice guy.
Oh,
So.
yeah. Well, they're not that. I mean, they're not worth enough for me to sell them, it doesn't look like. So I'll keep them.
Yeah.
I think last time I priced...
Jim
Because
Cox?
I took a year and I priced my whole collection, but that was like 10 years ago, and it was $80,000. So I'm sure it's gone up and down on a lot of them. So,
I got a new fish tank, Luke.
and you're not going to
Excellent.
necessarily get the value for them anyway.
No.
People are going to buy them on a lot, So
Jim Cox says, "Ain't nobody buying used books from you now, Inkspots."
Why?
He
No,
dropped it in the toilet.
that was a trade paperback. It wasn't a boarded and bagged nice comic.
Republican says, "Never dropped a comic in the bowl. I've dropped my phone in there once."
Yeah. I used to drop when I first started working, we had beepers still when I was a kid, and I'd have my beeper in my pocket, and I'd always drop it into the toilet by accident when I was working. So,
Fuck. Yeah, that's pretty accurate about Perez. Fuck
Yeah.
you. Yeah, all right, so I got Crisis on Infinite Earths on there, Milk and Cheese, Scud the Disposable Assassin, Excalibur the Cross-Time Whoozy Jigger, Stormwatch, Silvestri Wolverine, Gen 13 original
I got one to add.
miniseries, Thor Asgardian Wars, and then Devil Flyer had a poster art book, which
I
that
got
would be
one
cool
to add to
too,
this,
since we
too.
do end up
Yeah.
talking about the art quite a bit.
I have one to add to this as well. The father of all crossovers. The beginning of what became so many stupid things. The Avengers versus Defenders.
Oh.
Number 7 through 10. And of Defenders, and 115 through 119 of the Avengers or whatever. I have them all. But it's the Evil Eye crossover between the Avengers and the Defenders way back in the 70s. In the 70s.
yeah, that was before my time.
Yeah.
I didn't know they did it crossover.
Yeah,
back
it was
then.
the first. I think it's the first crossover, like team, like team title crossover, where they
Right.
actually had a story going back and forth from
I mean, if we're
once
gonna do
together and
crossovers.
back and back and back and back and
Right.
back for like 2-3 months. It's pretty cool, actually.
Okay.
Well, we
Well, I
got a list. Let's pick 3 for a poll.
All right.
I definitely
What a-
want Scud
what-
on there.
What about Secret Wars, like the original Secret Wars?
Ooh, I got all
You guys
those
have-
too.
You guys ever
Yeah.
read that?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
look,
a long time ago.
You just had to say that, right? But look at this. Watch, Luke. Watch this. Watch this.
Uh-huh.
As I open the press, and look what I pull out of the press.
So what's
There
that?
it is.
It was
Oh,
that
and a
straight.
newsstand edition.
What's with the
Signed by
press?
Mike. Signed by Mike Zach.
Oh yeah.
Excellent, man.
Oh yes. Yeah, she's in the press. She has just a little crease down here in the corner that I'm trying to work out of it. But
Yeah, just to make the cover a little flatter, make the pages a little sit a little bit better, make sure the spine doesn't roll.
There's 3 of us here, so let's each just pick one to be on the pole. So I'm gonna pick the Scud.
Okay. So let me get to YouTube here. Okay. And
we got all year. We
How do I
got
do
a whole year to do
poll
these.
things?
So you know,
wait, create a poll.
we'll get to all of them.
I just like that one because the artwork's so unique on it. It
Oh,
was
and at
fun.
some point we're gonna have to cover Punisher number 1, 2, and 3 and bring Baron out here.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I can make that happen. It's not even a
Jim
problem.
Lee Punisher War Journal. I would like to. do
Oh
something
yeah,
like that.
the 2 issues. Yeah, I have both of those too. Those are fucking great. Oh no. Okay, and let's see. Pops, what are you picking
Oh,
to
geez.
add to the poll that we're gonna
For our
put?
back
next
here.
show.
Let me go
Yeah.
back here and look.
Let's see.
I
Read
do
him back
got-
do you have a list?
Yeah. Here, let me
Read
do have-
him back
I
the
do
list.
What did you pick so far? A couple of oldies.
All right. So
No, we're
we
gonna
have-
put Scud the
Gen
Disposable
13.
Assassin is my choice.
We got Gen 13 original miniseries, Mark Silvestri Wolverine, Stormwatch, Excalibur, Scud the Disposable Assassin, Milk and Cheese, Crisis on Infinite Earths, Thor Asgardian Wars, poster art book, or Secret Wars.
Well, shit. Let's go with the Silvestri. Let's go with the Wolverine.
Alrighty.
I think I have some of that.
All right, so we'll have to figure out what part of his Wolverine run, but yeah.
Yeah, if that wins, we'll narrow it down to a.
Like if we can find like an omnibus that we can find with a collection of issues that we could all use as a reference.
I don't know. I have so much.
I know what Joe
stuff.
Sontag's going to vote for.
Well,
All right.
I mean, I could have went, with any of them. I mean, I have
Right.
some of all of it. I have some Asgardian Wars. I have some Secret War. I have all the Secret Wars. It's like most of that stuff I have. So,
Right.
And what are you going for, Luke?
I'm going to go for the original Gen 13 mini then.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So, whichever one you guys want us to do next, go ahead and just vote on the poll, and we're going to do whichever book gets the most votes. Or whichever series or whatever.
All right. And there we go. First poll I've ever done.
Yes.
okay, now we're talking about the Image
There it is.
1993, right?
For
Gen 13.
yeah, the original miniseries. Yep, the one that I got an exclusive Chrome comic when I bought this figure. Oh wow, the costume just disappears.
Nice.
Pretty even right now, I guess.
Green screen magic. Make the clothes go red.
I mean,
Now
but
if you could make a little anime body that would fit right in there when you move it around. Tell Santa what to vote for.
She doesn't know which one to vote for.
Vote for the Wolverine.
Well,
vote for the Wolverine.
They're all winners. They're all winners.
They're all awesome.
It's all
Either way, we're going to be reading something awesome. Gen 13.
We're probably going to do all of them eventually.
Caitlin Fairchild, and a bunch of kind of misfits that have powers.
Why don't we keep this
very
rolling?
90s.
Let's keep this rolling. Whichever one they pick, we leave the other two in the poll, and we just add something else to it. And we just till we go through all of them, you know.
Oh, I gotcha. Could do
You know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if they pick Gen 13, then we'll put the other two in the poll next week and just add something else to it.
All right, we got 11 votes, 12 votes. Nice.
I didn't even vote
Well,
yet.
shit, Scud seems to be winning so far.
Yeah.
Let's
It's
see.
a good one. They're all good.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that that pretty much sums it up then. All right.
So
Go ahead and end the poll.
to see if there's a trade paperback.
Oh, hang on a second.
Good.
I will be right back. I will show you what I'm.
Oh, you said you just got it. So
Yeah. Well, I got it
All right.
last year, but hang on.
All right, let's see. And since Jason picked Scud, the disposable assassin, and that's the one everyone's gonna get, he gets absolutely nothing. You win nothing, Jason. Congratulations.
What's up, 24 Eyes? What's happening? Some person in the chat. How you doing? It's good to see all you guys, man.
Oh,
yeah.
Do you know Scud the Disposable Assassin? Have you read any of those comics?
I have not, and I just looked, and I don't have any either. So
Yeah, it was
that's a hole in my collection
look at
right
this.
there.
violent series. Yeah. It just had super unique artwork. Oh, that's a thick bad boy.
Did
Oh,
that
no
say the
problem.
whole
The
shebang
whole
on it?
shebang,
Wow.
beginning, middle, and end.
Nice. How much was that bad boy? Let's see.
It
on
was
Amazon.
$35.
Yeah, I might have
This
to
was back when
get
shit
that
usually-
myself.
I mean, previews takes forever, but yeah, I had never gotten a chance to sit down and actually read Scud, so I saw this on sale and
nice.
previews. I was like, shit, I gotta get it. So
Yeah, I want to.
here it is.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. So this is what I'm working with. So there's definitely that out there, and I'm
All
sure
right.
that it's out there digitally as well.
Should do a Scud art contest leading up to the episode. Do it before each episode on each topic, or yeah, I was thinking about because we do 2 weeks before this. Do you want to do that, Jason? Like you do a Scud and I'll do a Scud, and then we'll kind of review
Just
them.
make
And
it
if anybody,
make it an open fan art thing. Everybody draws.
yeah, if they
stuff
want, if
and
you guys
next
want to
one.
do
Yeah.
it, we'll show your stuff on here. So
There you go.
Yeah.
Good fan
Jason,
art.
do
yeah.
you want to do that?
Look?
did I do it again?
Yeah.
Ah.
But yes, we can do that.
It's because you put him up on the screen. You got to get him away from me. No, yeah, let's do that. I was like, why isn't he answering me?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No, yeah, we
Yeah.
all right. Then that's what we'll do. This is Scud. Draw your best Scud for the next show, which will be
Well, I
2
don't know.
weeks from today.
And then Luke
Which
will
is-
do a Scud, and then I'm probably going to do like a little cartoony one. Little,
You guys
children's
know I
book
don't draw,
Scud.
right?
A
You know I
children's
don't draw.
book Scud.
Yeah, you
All
can
right.
cosplay, though. All you got to do is paint yourself yellow.
You know, I
Right.
don't draw, right? You know I
Well,
don't draw.
yeah. See, you can do a Scud. Scud's a pretty easy character design.
Yeah.
Check that belly, Luke. Check that belly.
Oh, yeah. All right. So
No one likes you, Ink.
Damn.
That's why Jason and I are doing Frog G together, and that's why it's going to be such a hit because we both hate each other's guts.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
There'll be that passionate spark.
Yeah, there'll be passion in the artwork.
That's the glue that holds CG together. It's like I told everybody, it's not like your normal community or whatever. This is like a family. You don't like all your cousins, but y'all stand together when the chips are down.
Oh, that's mean, right? Wolverine.
Right?
Did you see what he wrote? That's
Okay.
Whatever.
Well, it doesn't go for the whole cartoony style. I mean, I understand it, but I mean, it's Scud. I mean, this actually looks pretty fucking cool, man. I think
it's cool.
I think you might be misjudging this just a little bit.
That doesn't look like bad artwork to me. That looks rad.
Especially compared to some of the dumb bullshit we got to deal with today. Like, this at least has fucking style to it. At least this has, like, foreshortening. But yeah, we gonna get into this. It's gonna be fun.
Shit, son. I ain't got no eyes. Big in yourself. Let me see this.
Big in yourself.
I'm blind as fuck. Why are you doing this to me? You work with Jason. Fuck.
I can't see. I can't see. Oh, I like the bony triceratops skeleton or whatever.
That looks good. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
This is gonna be a lot of fun.
Brothers, I can read that, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I'm jealous, Luke. I gotta get that now. Yep, it looks like it's $30. We can get it for $30 on Amazon, so probably gonna get me a copy of that for Christmas.
Excellent. But yeah, it's got the nice glass.
I love the covers on those, man. The covers on all those books were great. So yeah, we're gonna do this. So we got 2 weeks. It's our easy characters, so shouldn't be hard. And if you guys want to do it, and you DM your picture to either Luke or me, and we'll make sure they get on the air. We'll show them at the beginning. So
yeah, I'll. You know what? I will start a thread just like Fraga does. And hit us up there.
Yep. Cool, guys.
All right. Well, I guess we will go ahead and
do me a favor. Put like 4 reference pictures at the top of that thread. You know what I'm saying? So that people like me got some fucking something other than just that to look at.
Yeah. Okay. I'll put this picture up that way people can find it, and if we have a link to. If I can find a link to it somewhere.
Listen, there was a Sega Saturn game of Scud, so it was pretty big time. There was.
Oh, shit. Okay. I did not know that.
Sega Saturn had a Scud the Disposable video game.
Fucking Sega Saturn. All right, well, we'll need to find some footage of that. That's awesome.
All right, whose stream can we go crash now? Who's up next?
I'm getting some dinner next, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go eat something. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. I really appreciate you all being here. Pops, thanks for coming to kick it with us, man.
Yeah, man, you're welcome anytime. Actually, anybody in the audience is welcome to come in as long as you DM us first, and we can get you on the show.
Yeah,
if you're talking about something I got a handful of, I'm like, yeah, I'm in. I love talking about comics, man. That's what it's about.
Yeah, absolutely.
And thank all you guys for coming. We appreciate it.
And Luke, we're going across.
We love doing this, and one of the main reasons we do it is because we want to pick, we want to give ourselves an excuse to pick up and read these comics again, and we want to let you guys know about stuff in the past that you missed, and or reread old favorites with us. So we're glad you guys all came. Even Jason.
Even Jason.
Look, one day we're going to go over that top row back there too.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what's up there, right?
Oh, a bunch of primo stuff. A lot of Lady Death.
All those homage covers from the last couple of years from Lady Death. All
Well,
about it.
Liz, we're gonna have to do a specific show on Lady Death.
Yeah,
that's-
because we did Evil Ernie, but we haven't done Lady Death yet.
Yeah, we haven't done Lady Death yet, so she's going on the list.
Yeah, we'll put her in a poll next week. So.
Yep.
There's a drawer over there
Or in
that's
2
nothing
weeks.
but coffin comics and chaos comics. Nothing
All right,
but-
Lady Death is on the list. I mean, that's probably going to be a multi-parter. I would still like to
Yeah.
do the second part of Poison Elves as well, but anyway, we will get to that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. Let's see if I can do this without fucking it up. We appreciate you all
We're
being
watching,
here,
bro.
and we will see you next time.
Later,
Thank you very
everybody.
much. Later.